Chipping Campden is one of the most enchanting towns of the Cotswolds in the southwest of England. Known for its honey-colored stone buildings and peaceful rural setting, this market town is a perfect destination for travelers seeking an authentic experience of a well-preserved small city in the English countryside, with quaint shops like a tea room offering overnight accommodations. Town Hall in the center of Chipping Campden is constructed from the signature honey-colored Cotswold limestone that gives the entire town its distinctive golden appearance. Next to it, the Market Hall is a most interesting building. It's the iconic symbol of the town, with open arches and columns supporting the pointed roof. We'll go inside in a minute. The small park between these buildings provides a good view of the many shops along both sides of the high street, a good place to sit down on one of the benches to absorb this architectural beauty. The shops cater to locals as well as visitors. The food market is a great place where you could buy some supplies for a picnic if you like, or stroll along browsing the antique shops, gift shops, and clothing stores. Shopping here is characterized by independent retailers rather than ubiquitous chains and mass retail. You'll find hand-thrown pottery, artisanal cheeses, woven goods, and a delightful array of antique shops. Along the promenade, widely considered one of the most beautiful streets in England. The town center is so pleasant you'll be tempted to only sit here and go no further, but there's more to see. The main retail portion of High Street is only about 500 meters long, very easy to walk it, and lined with a succession of historic buildings. Chipping Campden is located in the northern part of the Cotswolds, a region famous for dozens of beautiful villages. Throughout town, buildings showcase distinctive Cotswold architecture made from golden limestone, steep gabled roofs with dormer windows. We'll have a closer look at the Market Hall, then take a stroll along High Street. Built in 1627, the Market Hall was designed as an open-air yet sheltered space for traders to sell perishable goods, including butter, cheese, and poultry. Its construction reflected the bustling trade activity and prosperity of this town. The wooden ceiling beams, the stone arches, and weathered floor represent the practical architecture of the period while conveying a sense of grandeur and permanence. The open-sided design allowed easy access for vendors and buyers while providing shelter from the elements. The building's distinctive arches and sloping stone roof with pointed peaks have made it a treasured example of traditional English market architecture. This independent family-run boutique offers greeting cards, home accessories, and gifts. A few blocks away brings you to Kendall House Antiques, which has such an interesting window front display you don't even have to go inside the store. They have a diverse variety for sale, catering to various tastes and preferences, ranging from the humble to the grand, so that window just might tempt you to go inside. There is a visitor information center in town where you can drop in and talk to the volunteers about what sites to look for, get shopping and restaurant tips, arrange for a hotel, and purchase a walking tour map.
This is Chipping Campden, which is a town. People mistake it for a village because it's a very small town. It's been a town since the 11th century. It's a beautiful town. Chipping Campden was very wealthy from the wool trade. It was a wool trading town. Cotswold wool was deemed to be the best wool in the world, so people came from everywhere to buy the Cotswold wool. But then the Americans went and ruined it. How did they ruin it? Cotton. Once cotton came in, then Chipping Campden, the wool trade died. The wool trade was 60% of Britain's GDP between 1400 and 1700.
Oh, wow.
And then it died. So Cotswold wool much better than any other wool.
Just better.
Just better, yeah.
The soil, the grass.
Yeah, the grass basically. But Chipping Campden became very poor.
Oh.
And then it was woken up again in 1902 by Ashby, who moved the Guild of Handicrafts from London here to here, and he bought over 50 uninhabited houses for his employees to live in, and then they restore them.
Uh-huh.
If you buy the map, which I would recommend you do so, which costs £2.50, it shows you the most important buildings in the town.
The harmonious but varied architecture in Cotswold golden stone creates one of the most perfect examples of traditional English town planning. A lovely lineup of townhouses, inns, shops, and cottages built between the 14th and 17th centuries. The pace of life here is a gentle contrast to that normally busy urban existence. The atmosphere avoids the overt commercialism found in many tourist hotspots. It retains an authentic feel with an ambiance that is relaxing and enchanting. We've taken a stroll along one side of High Street. Now we're crossing over and returning back on the other side of High Street to where we began. Bedfont House is an impressive mansion built in the mid-18th century in what's called the Georgian style, with Corinthian pilasters and 2 stone watchdogs. These magnificent buildings were constructed by the wealthy wool merchants because by the 14th century, Chipping Campden had become one of the most important wool trading centers in Europe. The environment of this region was perfect for sheep farming, with ideal weather and soil conditions, making the Cotswolds a source of some of the world's finest wool. Merchants came from throughout Europe to purchase the Cotswolds wool, which was used to make some of the best tapestries in Brussels and Paris, becoming an important element of the textile industries. However, wool production decreased in the 18th century for various reasons, and the town's prosperity declined. They tried silk production and returned to farming, but were no longer that wealthy market town. That economic downturn had the unintended benefit of preserving its medieval and Renaissance structures, protecting it from Victorian redevelopment, and leaving behind an architectural time capsule for us to enjoy today. The numerous art galleries, craft shops, and antique stores carry on a tradition of arts and crafts that was revitalized about 100 years ago. In the early 20th century, Chipping Campden experienced an artistic renaissance when a guild of handicrafters moved here from London, seeking a simpler and fulfilling way of life away from industrialization. This arts and crafts movement brought silversmiths, furniture makers, blacksmiths, and printers to town, revitalizing traditional skills and leaving an indelible mark on the town's character. Hiking is another popular activity in the area, with that famous Cotswold Way walking path beginning here and ending up in Bath, passing through dozens of small towns and villages, where you'll see many typical English sights like stone cottages, churches, tea rooms, and pubs. We have taken a look at these main sites of town with only one more place to visit, the parish church of St. James, located at the end of the High Street. Yet another architectural treasure. It's a magnificent example of the perpendicular style of Wool Church. Its soaring 120-foot tower dominates the town's skyline, while inside, the building houses treasures including stunning stained glass windows, impressive architecture, and a serene atmosphere, making it an essential cultural landmark in Chipping Campden. Always a pleasure to find unexpected music in a church. Homes in the adjacent small residential area are also made from that beautiful honey-colored Cotswold limestone, with the occasional thatched roof. You can find more videos about the towns of the Cotswolds in our collection. We frequently upload new movies, so please subscribe to our channel and click that little alarm bell so you'll be notified. And if you enjoyed the movie, how about a thumbs up? And we always welcome comments down below. Or if you have questions about the destination, make note and we'll answer them. Thanks for watching.